Hello and welcome to another Raggy's beer review. So we're going over to the Norfolk area. Norfolk, Suffolk. I ain't got a clue which is which. I know there's a border in between, but yeah. So anyway, we're going over to Woodfordes Brewery for their Vault Premium IPA. I'm sure this was gifted to me by the very kind Beery Beast in the East. I'm sure it was. I'm confused myself now, so I might be wrong, but I do apologise if I am wrong. And if I'm right, then I'm right. So this is International Brewing Awards gold medal winner 2019 to 2020. So there you go. On the back it does say, this IPA is crafted to spark your taste buds using the best American hops. Brings out a tropical citrus taste and a pine aroma. You see, pale gold. You smell light malt fruit notes. You taste hoppy, fruity, and malty. What was the ABV? I've already forgot. 4.5%. Shock. My memory is terrible. And I've got the itches from hell. I've not got nits though. I've got really bad prickly heat. And it's like 11 degrees out there at the moment, which is balmy. Because, I mean, this time last week, I think it was minus blooming 8. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm glad for the hot weather. I'm glad for warmer weather. So here we go. Woodfordes Brewery. I did try and visit. Well, I did visit the brewery. Did not get into the shop. But, we'll leave that there. I've already had my tuppence where that's concerned. I felt disappointment, but it is what it is. So a brewery, very similar to St. Peter's. What is it with breweries, that neck of the woods, where you can brew their beer. They have their own brew kits. A good place like Creative Winemaking, based in Ilkeston, but they do ship across the UK. Fantastic place if you think about getting their kits. Do a great range of kits. They did do a barley wine called Ed Cracker. I brewed that years ago. 7%. Bloody amazing as well. Don't do it anymore. It's a shame. So, golden looking pour. Little bit of whitehead going off. Bit of carbonation going off. Let's get in. Fruity nose. Oh, cheers all. The good thing about having a beer all like this is that I can look and just pick off a brewery that I've never had before, or even breweries that I have had before, and I've still got quite a nice selection of beers, although it has whittled down a hell of a lot since Christmas, when I had them all around here, all on the floor, and some stage I'm going to whittle it down to 2 reviews a day only, but at the moment I'm still doing 3. So around about 2.5 pints a day. That has got a mean fruity taste to it. That's a lovely fruit. What's it called again? I've already forgot. Vault. See how bad my memory is. It's funny when it comes to certain things, I've got a really bad memory. Other things, I've got I can remember every little fart in detail. Not that I really want to remember every fart in detail. Do want to get back over to that neck of the woods at some time in the future. I'd love to spend a day down at Southwold for starters, for obvious reasons. But I did like that neck of the part of the country, the Norfolk and the Suffolk. A lot of breweries around there. There were breweries that I wanted to do, but we couldn't do. We missed. And you know, if ever I get the chance, I mean, this isn't if ever. But you know how you've all got dreams that you'd love to do at some stage in the future. I'd love to have a camper van, and don't even have to be an expensive camper van, as long as there's a toilet, shower, because I don't like these communal jobs. And go and hook up on sites and that. You'd want one with your own battery, so that at least if you can't hook up, you can pull over somewhere, make yourself a cup of tea. Cup of tea. Your own little generator thing going off. But to go around the country visiting pubs and breweries around the country, that would be the thing. But also discovering the UK, the wider UK. It must be lovely when you've got the pennies to do that and not to really worry about what life is. And just discover what's out there. Instead of watching the news and being absolutely depressed. The news is terrible at the moment. And it does look like we're bigging up World War III at the moment. It's frighteningly looking like that. If COVID didn't kill people, and COVID was a strange thing. What happened in COVID was strange, and ever since then it's been strange. And that part of me that looks at the bigger picture and thinks, is this a way for countries to lower the population? Because the world at the moment, we're in a crazy state of affairs. I know about what's happening around that Red Sea area, but better to just sail the other way round and get the warships out of the equation, let those idiots blow themselves up, which they will do. Then that Middle East is a cesspit. You take everything away from the equation, and yes, it might cost more money, but then you're taking all you're dampening it all down. And like the likes of Iran and all these other ones that are bombing oil tankers anyway, or taking them hostage, you take all that out of the equation. And then what happens then? What happens is they're not part of the equation anymore. And then the countries, when you think about it, I've got a dodgy neighbour 3 doors down who's got this most atrocious, fierce dog. And I walked my dog past, the dog was at the fence, barking its head off. My little thing's scared stiff. And the dog mirrors the person. So I walked the other way. Kills it, stops it. I go a different way. And yes, going around the Gulf of Africa, yes, it may be a bit longer. But if it's a safer route for all involved, eventually the prices will go up a bit, but they'll come down again because the world will be a safer place. I know bullies should never win. But also, feeding the war-hungry idiots is never the good idea either. Well, I've poured it all out. So it's tasting lovely fruity bit. Slight tangent there. It's lovely fruity beer. I'm not getting much of the pine, but I'm getting a lovely lingering fruitiness around the mouth. And just the perfect beer for a Thursday night, going into Friday morning. Looking forward to the weekend. I've got a beer festival in Hucknall. 4 pubs putting on a beer festival. First time ever drinking in Newark. Did I say Hucknall? I meant Newark. Going over on the train, coming back on the train, trying to get off at the city centre. City centre, Billy. City centre. Don't get the bus all the way. Don't get the train all the way to Beeston. We shall see. We shall see. Yeah, I'm not. Just make sure I don't have too much to drink. I think that's the key. The key to the plan. But yeah, it should be good. Oh, bit of a twang coming through now. That must be the pine coming through. And it's pushed the fruitiness back a bit. Every beer's a story, isn't it? You know, you start off with a fruity chapter, and then it's turning into, and then all of a sudden the pine hits the front and says, "Yeah, I'm here, woo!" And then we'll see how it goes for the rest of the book, or the beer even. Oh. One thing, it's light, it's refreshing, it's easy drinking. That fruity side of things, you know, we're talking modern traditional fruity. We're not talking big craft beer, fruit bomb, you know, juice bomb, whatever. But it's a nice beer. Out of 5 for me. Would I drink it again? Yes, yes. Not sure if you can brew this or not. Not off my head anyway. But again, a good 4.2 out of 5 for me. Yeah. Woodfordes Brewery. Cheers, all.